my time on my way to Australia. I didn't do Scandal when I'm trying to catch Jim Rohn. I didn't do Scandal where I'm trying to learn from John Maxwell or from my friend Les Brown. I'm not watching Scandal. So you got to do me a huge favor. I'm asking you to do me a favor. When you read today, I want you to look at some things that you're doing, the 30% now, or the 20%, or the 10%, and I'm gonna need you to let it go. Just, bro, I've seen a lot, and I just was like, yo, I don't want that no more. And so what are the things that stop men from being successful? And I saw it. Females was one. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it just seemed like, and still, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. I'm just like, yo, it just seemed like, bro, my father had multiple kids by multiple women. You know, I got a sister I found out, you know, when I was older that I had that's only a few months younger than me. You know what I'm saying? She might be 9 months. Like, I was just like, yo, bro, I'm not disrespecting my family. Everybody got to go through their whatever. But I was like, yo, I don't want that life no more. Like, I don't want to lose. So I started looking at power, egos. A lot of dudes fail because of their ego. You know, they can't be the two-man. They can't serve nobody else, you know, and then money. You know what I'm saying? I just saw just people would just get money. Like, I grew up in Motown, so these young dudes would come great musicians and end up smoking crack or cocaine and just losing their mind. You look at Marvin Gaye, you know, Al Green, you know, the life that he had, Sam Cooke, like some of the most talented people, Michael Jackson even, Whitney Houston. And I just started realizing, like, yo, if you don't deal with your demons, they ain't going nowhere. They not gonna stay in the closet. Right. And so I was like, yo, E, you gotta discipline yourself. I started looking at Mother Teresa, Gandhi, and I was like, yo, bro, Gandhi would go fast from sex, and he was married. He would fast from talking. You know, I just started watching these great people and was like, yo, these people fast, and not about fasting, like that's not the piece, but they were very disciplined people, and they would not allow their exterior world to dominate or destroy their internal world. I just like, yo, I want to get to a place where I can control me. My family members, I lost an uncle, cirrhosis of the liver, brilliant man, but just drinking. And I was like, yo, I do not want to. My father was a substance abuser for years.
Just getting some
like,
motivation.
Yo, I don't want a life where something else is controlling me. You know, like, bro, when I left home and said, I don't want to be controlled no more, like, I meant that. Like, I don't want nothing to control me but me. And so I got to put myself under extreme discipline to make sure I'm free. So when people see me, you get up at 3, you don't drink, you don't smoke. I'm not doing that because I think I'm better than nobody else, or I think you're going to go to hell because you had a drink.
I just want freedom.
I want to control. I want freedom. And for me, disciplining myself means more freedom. And the less I...
You know, this is what I feel it's necessary for us to do every single morning. You know, just to put ourselves in the right path for the day, in the right direction for the day. You get it? I think it's necessary. What we listen to, what we continuously put in our subconscious mind is very important. I would say a day for me, for it to begin properly, it has to start with prayer and obviously motivational audios and stuff, so that my day doesn't start in a dull way, you understand? At which it has become a certain routine for me. You understand? So it has become a certain routine for me that every single day that I wake up, it's prayer, then it's motivational audios and plans. Then already my day has already started on a different foundation. You understand? So whenever I face during the day, it bounces back from the fact that I started on a positive note. You understand? So what I'm saying is that I think we need to reprogram how we do things, how we think, how we proceed, and how we execute our day. Because of some days, do you know that how you get off your bed and start your day affects the whole day? You understand? That's why most people, they always have this thing of saying, hey, I didn't wake up in the right mood today, I don't feel like doing anything. You understand? Because of you have programmed your mind to say, hey, if I wake up in the wrong side of the bed, then the day is gonna be a dark day. You understand? So for me, there was somebody at some point who was asking me, bruh, how do you become so productive? How do you stay so positive? How do you keep on pushing so hard? And I was like, Ndwana, you know, my every single day, my every day of life, I now wake up, it's prayer first, then it's motivational audio second. You understand? At which now my mindset is activated to say, whatever that I'm gonna face this day, it's never gonna hit me hard, because you know what? I'm bold and I'm big enough. You understand? So that's the mindset. That's why I'm at. That's why I even played that audio. To even give you an example of the kind of people that I listen to. I listen to Eric Thomas. I listen to Les Brown. There are a lot of people I listen to. I listen to a lot of brothers. You understand? Because they have so much. You know, I always tell my nephew that, you know, some knowledge we don't have to go seek it from the books. You understand? We don't have to go seek it from the books. Trust me, we don't have to. There are people who have walked the path before us. Some of them will repel Alebona, some of them they're even our friends, they are on our circle, and some of them but they have certain lessons that are here to teach. We just have to put an ear there and just listen. You understand? As far as there are many people who are happily married, there are many people who are happily in relationships, but we never seek to want to get knowledge on how did they make it. There are people who are doing well in their careers. They have a lot of money. It's not even fraud. They have a lot of money and they're enjoying themselves with what they do. We never want to seek the truth behind what is the truth behind the success. What is it? What gives these people so much power to be able to handle so much progress? You understand? So I think we as a people have a serious issue of not seeking knowledge. You understand? It's like we wanna be happy, successful, progressive, and all those things, but we just don't want the knowledge for us to get there, because of ultimately it'll put us in a position to live life at a certain standard, which might cost us something. So we are afraid to adjust and become better. You know, when I was doing biomedical engineering, I was studying at TUT, right? I came from an electrical background, right? My dad was an electrician and blah blah whatever, but at first I didn't know the hard work that comes with studying at such level. You understand? And when I go to varsity, bro, and the struggle now hits, and my knowledge is now challenged, I had to grow myself to be a bigger person than I was. You understand? So that I can be able to handle the pressure or the circumstances that I was going through, or the course itself. You understand? So I'm saying it requires some certain level of knowledge for us to raise the bar to some certain level. You understand? So that we can grow to be bigger and better. You know. So now I want to speak to you. I want to say, if you've always been the type of person that will shy away from knowledge, if anybody said something about knowledge or about progress, about anything, you change the topic to something else, and you never wanted to seek knowledge, understand that that's the foundation of your life, and one day you're gonna have to be accountable for that. You understand? So I'm saying to you right now, and I'm saying in a very humble way, and I'm saying seek knowledge. I'm not saying become like, if you want to, you can. I'm not saying like become like me, where I buy 4 or 5 books in 3 months and I want to signal. I don't say it should be as drastic as I am, because of maybe your assignment of life might not be the same as mine, but just make the means of seeking knowledge of you becoming a better person. You understand? Because of your progress depends upon it. Your progress depends upon it. You can only be as better as you decide that you want to be. Understand? I would say, for an example, I was born in a very disadvantaged environment at which there are not much resources for us to build empires. It's like, if I wanted to be an engineer in Namakayutan, I would have to move to somebody else, to somewhere else. If I had a dream of doing something, I probably have to move to somewhere else so that it can manifest. Understand? But what I've noticed is that the power foundation for us to even have the power to go out there and come back with those dreams is that we were able to say, you know what, I'm going to seek knowledge about how can I better myself, regardless of the situations or environment that I was born in. So what I'm saying to you right now is that if you can never become what you have never seen, you can try developing something new, but it's very seldom happens that you are able to just figure out something and just do it, because of you have to literally just see somebody do it for you to understand that you also can do it. You understand? So I'm also saying, if you are watching this and you are one of the successful people, right, it's time to get back to our communities, bro. It's time when you come back home, back to the villages. It's time we inspire the kids. Show up with your car, but pull up with your car, bro, so that the little boy at home there, he can ask and say, bro, how do you do this? And he'll be like, no, seeking knowledge is the way. You understand? Empower yourself mentally, empower yourself emotionally, empower yourself with strength mentally, bro. You understand? Because of you know, my mom always told me this thing, and I at first I didn't take it serious, but after I saw the profit of it, then I started noticing my mom was the wisest woman on earth. She said, "Papi, batho ba ka go tsela sengwe le sengwe se se tshwereng ka matsogo, mara ga gona o ka go tselang se se tshwereng ka tlhaloganyo." Yo, did you hear it? Ole, papi, batho ba ka go tsela se o se tshwereng ka matsogo, mara ga gona o a ka go tselang se o se tshwereng ka tlhaloganyo. That means le ga nka lose dikoloi tsa ka tse tsotlhe, le ga nka lose whatever second ana sonse, because of the knowledge is there. The knowledge is there. I can recreate the same experience again and again. That's why I'm saying knowledge is power. It's time we understand that the importance of seeking knowledge, the importance of understanding that we need to upgrade ourselves, especially mentally. There's so much power in knowledge. Sometimes what blocks us seeking knowledge is that we tend to judge the person presenting the information. So if somebody comes with a poor background and say, "Hey, this is life," you'll be like, "What? You're telling me that? You serious?" Understand? Regardless of what the information is, if it's helpful for you, just use it. Understand? There's somebody who once asked me at some point, it's like, "Bro, you know you are a total 360 degrees turnover of what you used to be." I was like, "Bro, change in, you know, information changes situation. You change your way of thinking, you change your way of living." You understand? Which how I used to chill and do things then, it's not how I'm doing things now. So obviously the results are gonna be different. You understand? So I'm talking to you, my brother, right now, and I'm saying, empower yourself mentally. Continuously put influences in your mind and in your life that put you on a path that you wanna walk. You understand? I at some point noticed that I'm a good poet. I wanna be a poet, right? And I started following other poets, and I wanted to see what they do and blah blah. And some I couldn't relate to them, and some I related to them and blah blah. And literally in the process of self-discovery, in comparison to others, I would tell her like, "No, I'm not this, I am there." And I literally found myself through that. You understand? And I started practicing it, and people started giving me attention, and I started getting more audience. I was like, "Oh wait, this is really the power of listening to your intuition, bro. To listen to the voice inside of you." But you can never stand in a position to be able to listen to the voice inside of you if you are failed to seek knowledge so that their voice inside of you can be activated. You understand? Read books, bro. Listen to motivational videos. Listen to motivational audios. Be and go to events at which we speak about progress, we speak about happiness, we speak about money, we speak about the things that everybody wants for their prosperity. Understand? Go to events that they speak about those things. Continuously influence your mind for you to be able to just progress yourself. Because you understand one thing. In the midst of everything that happens in the world, there's always a solution, right? But the question sometimes is, where is this solution? I know brothers that I met when I was on duty, and I was just busy fixing a medical equipment somewhere, and they were a nurse or they were a doctor somewhere, and we started the conversation while I'm busy fixing the machine and they're busy with their work, and we spoke about marriage, finance, and blah blah. And later I realized, you know, that knowledge is all over this world walking around. We just never get to seek it. You know what? Because the problem is that we judge people on their outside appearance. "Oh, he's a nurse as a man. Why can he tell me he doesn't know anything about manhood?" What? You understand? So we have misconceptions about life. We don't really understand the power of our existence and at what level can we empower each other. You understand? So I'm telling you that everybody that I meet, I have to learn something from you. You don't believe that every time I'm home, you know, every time that I'm home and I'm playing with my daughter, I learn something from her. I learned patience. You don't believe. My last born daughter, I learned patience from her. You understand? So it doesn't matter who it is. Knowledge can be sought anywhere. You understand? And it empowers you because of you become a better version of yourself. Understand? So I want to speak to you right now and say, empower yourself mentally. When you empower yourself mentally, it changes every single thing. It changes the kind of people you are interested in relationship-wise. It changes your belief system. It changes how you relate to God. It changes your way of your self-concept. It changes your self-identity. People start seeing you differently. You start progressing different. I'm telling you, when you seek knowledge, it makes you stand up ultimately. It makes you, when there was a time when I was attending a funeral somewhere, and you know, everybody came and they parked their cars and everybody want to look important and everybody was there, and yeah, it's a funeral and people are dressed so nice to show that it's a funeral, and I was just not talking much and I was just quiet, and there were few people there that knew me. So one of them, they started the conversation about life and stuff and booze and girls and stuff. So one of the guys, I went quiet because I just felt that this is not my environment where I speak about girls. That's not me. I speak about booze, I speak alcohol or whatever. That's just not me. You understand? And I kept quiet. And some guy at some point is like, you know, I hear you all guys talking, but the smartest guy is this quiet one. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? He was like, bruh, I know you. I know the depth of your mind. I know how a critical thinker you are. I'm just so curious why you're quiet now. And I just realized the self-concept and self-image and the self-identity that I have about myself, it makes me stand out. I don't even have to try too hard to be part of certain people. That me be me, it's enough. So if I feel like this is not me and I'm just not gonna roll with it, and ultimately people pick it up, people put their identity also in it, and people start to understand you better, and people get inspiration from you. That's another way of transforming information. We don't have to transform information only just by talking. We just also have to be practicing the same kind of a lifestyle we preach, so that people can understand what we're talking about better. You understand? I can never stand on a position to tell another man to say, hey, look, never turn your back on your child, always take care of your kids. If I ran away from mine, understand? There's power there. I hope you heard me. There's power in what I just said now. Understand? So sometimes there are people who don't need you to preach. Some people, they just need you to practice what you preach, and they'll learn very quick. Understand? It's raining and I'm driving. Yeah, there's just so much to talk about. There's just too many things to address, and let me just leave you in a good note. Right? Think about everything that I just said right now, alright? And invest in your mind, invest in your thinking, and invest in your life. It will progress ultimately. Thank you, Osmaseho, for watching. I see you right there. I see you. That's one of my mentors, guys. Osmaseho Mokhotsi. This lady is one of the ladies that gave me an opportunity for me to perform my poetry at her event, which ultimately gave me recognition on what I do for a living, which is performing poetry and giving motivational speeches. So I have to give credit to this lady also and say, I know you always peep in and check on me if I'm still progressing, doing well, right? Okay, have a great day, eh? Re ke drive mo dipuleng tse mo metsi a tlatsa dikoloi tsa rona batho.